Hey guys, Texas Sheepdog 72 coming from San Antonio, Texas. Olmos Park Police is now hiring liars, thieves, and cowards. In addition, the police chief there is scared to speak. Alright, so that's the sign I was carrying the other day. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let me just make sure that, yep, we're good to go there. And then also, let me just make sure we're safe here too. Alright, so guys, yeah, Olmos Park. That's what I'm bringing to you today. You guys have been waiting for it, so here it goes. We've been working on them for a little while. They came onto our radar a couple of months ago when the chief of police said that he was not going to be citing and releasing anybody like everybody else is doing for minor crimes such as possession of marijuana or driving with an invalid license, stuff like that. He's not going to be doing that because people need to follow the law, and if they break the law, they need to pay the consequences. He said that their Olmos Park Police is all about following the letter of the law. So we decided to say, you know what? Everybody's been screaming about, hey, Sheepdog, why don't you make a video about police doing good things? And I'm thinking, hey, here we have a police department that is all about following the law. So let's get out there and film them so we can show how police follow the law. It's a great opportunity to do one of these videos people have been wanting me to do. And stop just doing videos about cops being bad. So we go out there and we put on Mike, Southside Slacker. Got me, News Now Houston, PNP News, and Southside Slacker were out there, and Southside Slacker's carrying an AR-15 out in public, which is legal in Texas. And there are some laws pertaining to how you can carry it and where you can carry it, but nonetheless, we don't break the law. We make sure we're not breaking any laws. So he's out there carrying it. Olmos Park comes out. The first video you're going to see, Olmos Park comes out, detains them, unlawfully searches them. Ultimately, they don't get any ID from him. They have to let him go. Hector Ruiz, one of the old guy on scene, he tries to tell me that I have to show him the license for my handgun, even when I'm not required to ID. I quickly turned the tables on him. He didn't know that I actually attended one of his handgun classes just to see what he's about. I had to receive some complaints on him, and he's over there lying to his students or whatever. So he quickly changed his tune and turned it in from a demand to a request. So ultimately, Mike was let go. We let him know this is not how you handle people in Texas when they're open carrying, because it's legal. And if a citizen's doing something legal, you don't come out and draw your guns on them and handcuff them and all this other stuff. So fast forward, and so that's the first time we told him what our intent was. So fast forward a little bit, maybe a couple of weeks later, I'm back out there carrying again. They come out, this time they come out saying, well, it's okay for you to carry the rifle and that you're within your rights, but we have an ordinance against it being loaded. Is it loaded? And I'm not going to answer that question. They detain me, search my gun, they see what appears to be ammunition in it, and they write me a ticket for having a loaded gun in their city. They have a city ordinance against that. Now I can assure you, I'm not about breaking the law. I knew they had an ordinance against it, and those rounds, they were fake. If the officer would have just took a minute to do his job properly and inspect those rounds, he would have noticed that they were fake. But he didn't. He was so happy to get that ticket written, right? So what he should have done was he should have confiscated that. Since he wrote a ticket and now it's a criminal case, he should have at least confiscated the rounds. But he didn't. He gave them all back to me. I put them back in the magazine, and that was it. He wrote me my ticket, and they went on about their way. So I told him again, you guys are coming out and dealing with this wrong. You're searching people without consent. You're searching people unlawfully. You're throwing handcuffs on people for nothing. Until you start going by the law, we're going to keep coming out here and doing what we're doing until you learn. And we're going to teach you to go by the law. Simply look up Texas law. And if you look up Texas law and you go by it, you're not going to be throwing cuffs on us and searching our guns and things like that. So that was the end of that. Fast forward a little bit later. We go out there and we're going to do another open carry. Well, SAXC Press has to use the restroom, so he goes into this store, and we didn't know it, but the store doesn't allow handguns in there. Now, SAXC Press is carrying a fake pistol, a Glock replica in a holster. And now he does have a license to carry a handgun, but knowing who we're dealing with and the potential for tyranny, he's carrying a fake one because he doesn't want to get his real one confiscated, like I now have mine confiscated. He didn't want that happening to his, and so he's wearing a fake one. So the clerk, he went in there just to buy something and use the restroom, and the clerk's like, you can't be in here, so he takes off. He leaves because he's told to. Because in Texas, a private property owner can tell you to leave and you have to leave. So he leaves. When I come out of the store, the police come and they throw me in cuffs because the clerk called on SAXC Press because he was carrying that gun. And long story short, they never detained SAXC Press. They only detained me for 40 minutes and ended up driving me down to the police station and releasing me with a trespass warning from the store. I still don't know why I was trespass warned. But anyway, they never attempted to detain Todd the 2 times that they had contact with him that night. One telling him to back up, and the other time when he was down filming the police department. And so I can only guess as to why they didn't try to detain him. I can tell you this, if you're standing there looking at him, a trained eye that knows guns will look down at that gun and know that it's fake. That's the only reason I think they probably did not try to detain him on the spot, because they knew if they did, they wouldn't have nothing. What they did do, though, a week later, they issued a warrant for his arrest and had him arrested for going in that store. They're saying that he, I guess they're saying that he was told to leave and he didn't. But we have, when I was in the store, I was running my GoPro, and I have the whole recorded phone call on my GoPro when the clerk was on the phone with the police, and he told him 2 or 3 times, yeah, when I told him to leave, he left. So anyway, that's one issue. Later on that night, I go back out there and I'm open carrying the rifle again. Except this time, I have backup camera girl, Buck G, Joanna. She's filming me about 30 feet away. They come out, lights and siren, running code 3 all the way over there. They jump out with the AR-15s. They're pointing them at me. They're saying, get on your knees. If you move, I'll shoot you. One of the officers points his AR-15 at Joanna, telling her to put the camera down, rushes up to her, pushes her so hard with his hand that it knocks her back almost 3 steps. She almost falls. I see this with my own eyes. I hit her so hard they injured her side. Got a nice little bruise there. And then when she regained her balance, he was already on top of her again, knocking the camera out of her hands. She had a camera and a cell phone. She was live streaming with the cell phone and filming with the camera, and they knocked the swung at her camera equipment and ended up knocking the phone out of her hands, while telling her to put the camera down or something like that, because they have a man with a gun, they kept saying. So they arrest me. They say that I'm being arrested because I was in the parking lot of a business that's closed, the city ordinance violation. But later on, they charged me with carrying a firearm in a manner calculated to cause alarm and criminal trespass. So in Texas, criminal trespass is when you're told to leave and you don't. That never happened. So we have another lie. And also carrying in a manner calculated to cause alarm. That's not... See, what they're trying to say is that if they get a call, they're going to arrest you if you're carrying a rifle as soon as they get a call. Because that's... If somebody's alarmed, they can arrest you. And that's what they're going to do. I guarantee you, if you go out to their city carrying a rifle, they are going to arrest you as soon as they get a call. I have a very reliable source that's letting me know that this is the case. And they did it to me. So the information checked out. But it's not about whether or not somebody's alarmed. It's the manner in which you're carrying the firearm. That's what the law pertains to. So if you're out there pointing at people, you're hiding behind bushes, you're running down the street at a ready position, you know, looking like you're looking, yeah, that would be manner calculated to cause alarm, and quite stupid. Unless you're justified in using deadly force, then it would be reasonable. But Otherwise, if you're not justified in using deadly force, then you can't carry your weapon up like this. But if you have it strapped to your front, strapped to your back, and you're not doing anything with it, I mean, yeah, that's not disorderly conduct. Doesn't matter if somebody's scared. I can tell you from my experience, while we're out there open carrying, there are more people that stop in support of what we're doing than there are that are scared. Yeah, there might be 10 people calling into the police department because they're scared or they're concerned. But I guarantee you, for every person that calls into the police department concerned about the weapon, there's somebody out there giving us the thumbs up, honking their horn, or getting out and talking to us. I have never, ever, in all the times that I've open carried, had anybody run away from me. Everybody wants to talk about it. So, and consider this, I have carried at every single police department within 25 miles of San Antonio, and have never been detained once. I've never had a gun pointed at me. You know, one time the police came out and they had their guns out, but nobody pointed a gun at me. Nobody tried to force me to ID. Everything was kept consensual. But here in Olmos Park, they're not going to have it in their city, and they're going to, I guess, try to make it as difficult as they can for us, hoping that we're going to go away. Not realizing that they're just putting jet fuel on a bonfire. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. I was out there this last time, it was a few days ago, carrying this sign back here you see behind me. It says, now hiring Olmos Park police, liars, thieves, and cowards. Liars because they're lying on police reports. Thieves because they still have my handgun even though I wasn't charged with a crime relating to it. They won't give it back. They won't give me a receipt. I have other guns. I ain't worried about that. It's just a matter of the principle of the thing. They need to give it back. And the cowards, you know, you're out there pointing guns at people who are doing illegal activity, trying to get them to stop. That's just cowardice. As far as the police chief not speaking, we have tried to talk to the police chief. He just hangs up on us. He don't want to hear it. He thinks everything is good to go. So we are organizing to deal with this situation. We're going to, you know, encourage and bring more people to come out there and exercise their rights until Olmos Park gets it right. They need to start respecting the rights of citizens here in Texas, and they also need to start respecting and abiding by Texas law. They can either, you know, do it on their own, or we can teach them how to do it, whatever. If you're going to plan on going out there, don't go out there alone. It's a dangerous situation. They are prepared to lie about the facts. So make sure you have at least 1 or 2 people filming you, preferably at least one hidden that they don't know about, because eventually I'm assuming they're probably going to start going after the camera people. They've already done it once. They are escalating every time we go out there. I had this sign. I was standing out there on the street protesting. I had my handgun on. They know that I'm licensed to carry. They know that I'm an activist. They know about my YouTube channel. They know why we're out there. But here they come again. Guns drawn, telling me to put the sign down. Forced me to put the sign down, put me in handcuffs. According to them, it was because they did not know my intent and they needed to check me for warrants. So basically, in a nutshell, I can tell you, if you're carrying a rifle out there, you are going to go to jail as soon as they get a call. They will arrest you. Don't believe me? Ask them. And if they tell you they won't, go out there and try it. They've done it to me. And as far as handguns go, well, if you're out there carrying a handgun, apparently, according to the officer, based on his training and expertise, it's a gun, and he doesn't know your intentions, so he can order you down to the ground, handcuff you, and check you for warrants, and so he can make sure everything's good to go. I think he said make sure you're clear, something like that. So, last but not least, I hope this cleared everything up for you. I'll probably live stream later to answer questions and stuff, but I'm going to put some numbers out there for the police chief, the police department, the city manager, the attorney that they contract with. They're a very small city. I think they own 4 patrol cars, and they got like 3 officers on duty at a time. It's a very small city. And I think their population is 2,000 or 3,000. Anyway, I'm going to put some numbers up there. Although you have a First Amendment right to express your concerns, about what you're about to see, I'm going to have to tell you, do not exercise your right to pick up the phone and talk to someone about this, or write him a letter, or send him an email, or go down there and talk to him in person. Do not exercise your right to do that. That's coming from me. I'm asking you not to do that. I'm not going to be mad at you if you do. I'm not going to hold it against you. But I have to ask you not to. Okay? You guys have a great day. Be safe and stay tuned. More to come. One last thing. Now, when we're out there, we do carry replicas. I know you can't really tell here, but this in fact is a replica. It's an airsoft gun. By all intent, it's not painted or nothing like this. It's the way manufactured. Perfectly legal here in Texas. Same thing with this over here. This ain't nothing but an airsoft. Again, it's not painted or anything like that. You know, the magazine comes out, so you can put some little plastic balls in there, and you know, it has the fire and safety and all that good stuff. This one actually doesn't work; it's broken. But you can see on there it's Stinger airsoft. I'm not sure who makes it. I guess Stinger makes it. But in any case, we do carry fake stuff from time to time. A message to all you bad guys out there: you see us out there. I ain't using this on you. I'm probably going to use one of my other guns, or real guns that I carry on me, or somebody that's there filming that you don't see, or that you do see, is going to defend us with their real guns. So don't try it. We'll play the lottery. You have better chances of being successful. So anyway, signing off, you guys. Enjoy the videos. Thank you for your support. What are y'all doing?
No, what are you doing?
No, what are y'all doing?
Okay.
Why are you handcuffing him?
Just...
Why are you handcuffing him?
I don't know. Talk to him about that.
Why are you handcuffing him?
Listen to me.
What?
Why?
I'm sorry. Is he under arrest?
Hey, hold on.
He says that
he asked me a question.
We got 911.
Wait, talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
We'll let him go.
Listen.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Okay.
You're not listening, okay?
Mike, close your mouth. Don't
Talk
say
to
a
me.
word.
What are you doing?
Don't speak.
Okay, talk to me.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, you're the one out here.
Did he break the law?
Okay.
Yes or no?
You're not listening to what
Did he
I'm
break
telling
the
you.
law? Am I being detained?
No.
Okay.
Come on,
you have a
man. Let's
good
not
day.
play this game, man.
He's not breaking the law. Take the cuffs off. He is not breaking the law. Take the handcuffs off. He is not breaking the law. Take the handcuffs off. Mike, tell him you do not consent to a search.
I don't consent to search.
Can somebody here tell me why he is in handcuffs? Anybody? You want to try again? Because he's not breaking the law. That's why you don't have an answer. You can't you handcuffing people that aren't breaking the law. I have a gun. Why am I not in handcuffs? You need a license. You need a license for mine. Do I have to show you a license to carry?
On that one, yes, you do. Let me see your license to carry then. Let me see your
under
permit.
what law do I have to show you an ID to carry?
You have to show me under license to carry on the
Texas says
yes,
that I have an
on what?
obligation, but there is no criminal penalty. I do not commit an offense if I refuse.
But if I see that handgun, I don't know who you are.
I took your handgun license class, and you're an idiot.
Let me.
Oh yeah.
Let me
you don't
see
know
that.
what you're talking about.
Let me see that permit, please.
See, this guy teaches a handgun class, and I took his class. He's an idiot.
Okay, so let me see your permit, please.
You
Can I please see
tell
your
me what
permit?
law that I'm violating if I don't show you,
I'm asking you.
and I'm politely declining to show you
then
an
step
ID
away
because
from
I'm
us,
not
please,
under
because
arrest.
we're doing an investigation.
How
okay?
far would you like me to step back?
A little bit further, please.
How far?
As much as you can.
Okay, that's as far as I can. Now take his
A little
handcuffs
bit.
off. He's not violating the
Can
law.
you please hold on? Let's
Take
put
his
an
handcuffs
ID in.
off. I'm going to sit here and tell you to take the handcuffs off that man until you take them off. Sir, if you don't want me to talk to you this way, take the handcuffs off.
You don't have to talk. You have it on video. You're
Oh,
okay.
I do have to talk. You have handcuffs on a man that has not broke the law. So I have to talk. Take the handcuffs off. He doesn't consent to search. He already told you that. He's not going to ID. You don't have any right to ID him. Take the handcuffs off. That's the right thing to do. Why is it so hard to do the right thing? Why is it so hard to do the right thing? The man has not broken the law.
I'm not violating you. I'm just detaining you, and now you're violating.
Mike, stop talking to them. Just stop talking. They have handcuffs on you. You want a lawyer, right? You want a lawyer? Now you're mad at me because I'm telling you
No.
right?
Step away, because you're impeding an investigation.
Oh, interference.
I haven't said anything.
Speech alone is not interfering.
Exactly. No, but
Check
we're trying to find out what's going on.
Code?
Go over there,
Can
please,
somebody
sir.
here get out the penal code? And that's why we're out here, sir. Because when I tell you that you can't tell me not to talk to somebody and you laugh, that's why we're out here. It's
No, it's
behavior
because
like that.
you think this is a big old joke or whatever.
It's not a joke.
Okay.
The man is in handcuffs.
I asked you, but
it's not
again,
a joke.
My focus is on you right now, not
But
on him.
It's not a joke, sir. I want to make that clear.
Again, let's talk about let's have a conversation amongst each
Let's
other.
have a conversation.
Not about him.
When you have the handcuffs off, we'll have
Okay.
a polite conversation.
I may not
But while
wanna
the
talk to you at
handcuffs,
that point,
then
then.
you don't have to.
Okay, then we're done.
What you have to do is take the handcuffs off the man.
Good. How are y'all? I'm Corporal Fleming with Olmos Park Police Department.
Oh, I would have been.
No, I'm kind of new. I've been here about 3 years.
I'm Jack.
Jack, nice to meet you. Are you familiar? I know you're familiar with your right to carry the weapon for our city ordinance.
How do you know that?
How do I know that?
I'm familiar with my rights. You heard grapevine?
I'm assuming that you're going to know your rights by carrying the rifle or the shotgun. The city ordinance excludes a loaded weapon as in shell or shells in your magazine.
Interesting.
Have any shells in your magazine? No issues with that.
Now you've heard the phrase, this rifle without a shell in it would be nothing but a baseball bat, right?
Correct.
Do you have
That's why
Do you have a round in the chamber of your gun? Okay.
our city ordinance is worded only a newly sworn peace officer may openly carry a rifle or a shotgun. And I would say a reasonable person would assume that you're not going to carry an empty weapon, like you said, because it's as useless as a baseball bat.
I think it would be highly advisable if you're going to carry a weapon, a handgun, a rifle, a shotgun, a bow and arrow, that you not carry it unloaded. I think that would be probably be the best advice I would give to somebody. Let's say if they were to watch your body cam footage in the future, I don't want them to ever walk away thinking it would be best to carry an unloaded gun.
I would agree with you, but I don't make our city ordinance.
We're talking about loaded guns and unloaded guns. I don't break laws. I don't have a criminal background. I don't have any conviction. Although you know, you've watched my YouTube. I've been arrested a bunch of times. No current pending cases. All dismissed with a few settlements. So I would suggest that unless you guys want to have a consensual, civil conversation about the weather or about my gun or whatever, you probably need to mosey on down the road, or you can hang out and watch me. But this angle you're coming with about the city ordinance, I know where you're trying to go, not going to work. That's about all I have to say about whether or not a weapon should or shouldn't be loaded or whatever.
If you're in violation of our city ordinance, then you would be committing a crime.
Okay.
Then lawfully detain you, ticket. Like I said, you can go about it that way.
Am I being detained right now? Easy.
Careful, careful.
It's an easy answer. God, no,
Careful, man.
It's so hard to answer that question.
You know what that requires, right?
Let him
Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Let him answer. Let him answer.
And I just said a reasonable person would think that you wouldn't be carrying a weapon without any ammunition.
You know that ordinance is unlawful. It's unconstitutional against the Texas Constitution. You can't make an ordinance that overrides a state law. We're gonna challenge you on it. You're not gonna search them.
Oh, I'm not going to challenge anybody. I'm not here to challenge anyone. I'm here to obey the law and make this little area a little safer for the time that I'm out here. You guys can't be sitting here all night guarding these stores and these places getting robbed. You know, if I see something, I'll call you guys.
Okay. But you don't wish to show me if you have your ammo in the magazine?
I appreciate your being cordial asking me that question, but I think you know the answer to that.
Okay.
Am I being detained?
Yes. Now you're being detained.
I'm being detained. For what?
To see if you're in violation of our city ordinance.
Well, I don't consent to a search. Do not
That's
touch
called
me.
prior restraint.
Hold on.
You know that, right?
Let me tell you. Do not touch me. That's an order. Don't touch me. You will not take my gun from me. You will not search my gun. You do not have consent. So, ball's in your court.
Okay. Can you take your hands out of your pocket?
Nope. Ow! Be nice. Be nice.
I'll leave this on you.
Open Carry Texas is gonna have a field day with this.
But you are in violation of our city ordinance.
Oh, violation?
Yes.
He says I'm in violation of his city ordinance. Because I have a round in the magazine.
Just stand right there.
2349.
I'm calling David Ahmad.
He hasn't cleared it. Yeah, call the attorney. Let me know. Anybody live streaming?
No, man, it's
So he's asking me if I have a round in the chamber, and my answer is that at this point, if I'm in handcuffs, the only thing I want is my attorney.
Yeah. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Once they determine that we're not breaking the law.
You have to understand that we still have to do our little investigation to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and that's why
And that's why you're being detained at the time, just to figure out what's going on. Once you figure out what's going on, you're on your way. You know what I mean?
They can hear you, David.
you guys are on the way. You know what I mean? We don't want to show where the whole department is like lying.
David Ahmed, Vice President of Olmos Park TX. Congratulations. You just bought yourself more open carry than you can possibly handle.
So what he's saying is that it's just me today. It'll be probably a couple of thousand people. So get out your tickets.
Okay.
That's and if you can just relay that message to the chief, that's how
I'd
we're
like for someone to explain to me just exactly what unauthorized carry of a long gun is.
He's asking what
Our city ordinance. You want me to read it verbatim to you?
He's gonna read it,
I
David.
don't understand, quite frankly. I know that the magazine being loaded, that was an issue, but not to play games, but to
Okay, he's gonna read it. He's gonna read it to you, David.
Yeah, I'll listen to it now.
Okay, yeah, let him read it. Keep the phone up there, Todd.
It says, it shall be unlawful for any person other than a duly authorized peace officer to carry a loaded rifle or loaded shotgun on any public street within the city. A rifle or shotgun shall be considered loaded if it contains a shell or shells in either barrel or magazine.
Okay. You do understand that state law preempts that and makes that ordinance 100% inarguably invalid. You understand that, correct, Sergeant?
I'm Corporal Fleming.
He's a corporal.
But I hear what you're saying, so...
You're Corporal Fleming? Okay.
Correct. There's two of us here.
Okay, if you hear what I'm saying and you understand that state law preempts that ordinance, then why are you writing this man a ticket for it?
Because he's in violation of our city ordinance.
You're invalid city ordinance. That legally does not exist.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay, we're done.
Well, I understand
You have a good night.
argue with me. Just understand this.
You have your
Stopping
driver's
of this
license and
man's right
everything? Yeah,
is
just the
not
attorney
going
card.
to go away.
Hey,
Not going to be allowed.
The attorney card?
hey, they're not.
Yeah, that's
They're not listening to you anymore, bro.
Here they come. Here's another one behind you. Oh man, here we go.
That weapon, you will be shot. I will construe that as a threat. Get on the ground now! Get on the ground now! You get back! Step back! Put that camera up! Get back! Get back! I'm not gonna tell you. Get back, man! Get out of the way!
Don't
get out of the gun right
Don't touch me!
We are dealing with a man with a gun. Get out of the way! Get back! We are dealing with a person with a gun over here. Step back! Get back!
Joanna! Joanna, get back and keep the camera on him. He said, go hands on.
Put your hand behind your back, sir.
I will comply, sir.
Why do you have a gun, sir?
Are you conducting an investigation?
Yes, sir, but put your hand behind your back now.
I'm going to reserve my right to remain silent. When you're done with your investigation, then I will speak with you.
Why do you have a gun?
Is it against the law, sir, to have a
Sir,
gun?
there was just recently a horrible shooting in Florida. And you're carrying around a gun. I don't know what your intentions are.
Well, is it against the law to have a gun, sir?
No, we don't know your intentions.
We do not know your
You're
intentions.
also at a closed business after hours. I don't know if you're trying to burglarize this business. They got very expensive items
Safe step.
in and about this business.
Okay, no problem, sir. I understand.
Check the chamber.
I'm just making the area safe.
As are we.
Okay, good for you. Is that against the law to have a loaded handgun?
Not until we figure out your intentions.
My intentions are to keep the area safe. And
that's what we have.
And I think with the 10,000 phone calls you received, you know exactly why I'm out here. But you go ahead.
Do not know your intentions,
sir.
I just told you what my intentions are. I'm making them
Ma'am, please
safe right
step
here.
back. There's a man with a weapon here. Please step back.
Can you tell her where to go so she knows where to
step
stand?
back, sir. Put your hand behind your
Sir,
back.
she has stepped back twice.
No, sir. That's still extremely close.
Actually, she's on video stepping back 3 times probably.
She's not armed, I'm not worried about
We have 3 other cameras out here.
Step up, sir. Let's go to my unit.
Can I leave now?
No, sir. You're not free to go, sir.
Am I under arrest?
No, but you're being detained for being on or about a business after it's closed. City ordinance violation.
Oh.
I'm live streaming, bro.
What do you want? What do you want?
Drop the sign.
Drop the sign?
Drop the sign.
Why?
I'm telling you, drop the sign. Drop the sign. Yes, you do. Drop the sign. Drop the sign.
detained, you go away. Am I being detained?
Drop the sign.
Yes or no? Am I being detained? Drop the sign?
Drop the sign.
If I'm not under arrest, I don't have to do anything you say.
Drop the sign.
You have your gun out?
Yes, I do.
Is that a lawful?
Drop the sign.
Is that a lawful order?
Drop the sign.
You guys are stupid.
That's fine. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Here.
Hands spread out.
Got it. You're going to injure my shoulder even more than you did it last time. I have to rotate a step injury. What can I do for you anyway? Rotate a step injury. What can I do for you anyway? Got an extra pair of gloves?
Hold on, hold on to you.
What's your side? Bring your knees up to your chest.
Right, so we're on camera.
What appeared to be a real handgun. It's not a common around here thing. So I just want to make sure that you didn't want to try to shoot up any buildings or restaurants, especially with all these shootings that's going around in the nation. Okay, so I just want to make sure everything's clear. We came back clear. I observed that I didn't disarm me once I observed that it's a hoax gun, a training.
You just ordered me to drop the sign and ordered me on the ground.
Yeah, you're just
right?
being detained. All right, so it's for officer safety.
So just so I be clear.
That's all officer safety.
Just so I'm clear, because it takes a long time to get those cameras. So just so I'm clear, you did order me to drop the sign. You ordered me on the ground. You handcuffed me, put me in the car.
Okay, other than that, I've answered your question.
No, I mean, I just want to be clear. Because of your training experience, you thought this was a real gun, and you wanted to make sure that didn't have any wants or warrants, and that I wasn't going to shoot anybody, right? How do you know that I'm not going to shoot anybody? How did you establish that? I mean, I'm not going to.
I don't.
You don't. You still don't.
Okay, but I take protective measures. Okay, especially with all the shootings that are happening. I don't know if that was your intent to go shoot up a business.
So you still don't know what my intent is, correct? So all that accomplished nothing. The only thing you know is that I'm not wanted. But you don't know what my intent is out here today, correct?
Like I said, if you have any other questions, you can contact our chief of police Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Are you gonna, at any point, are any of you guys gonna ask me what my intent is, or is that not important now?
No, you said you weren't gonna answer any other questions. That's why I'm not.
Well,
questioning
I said while I'm in cuffs, I'm not gonna
You're
answer
free
questions.
to tell us what your intent is. I'm not gonna ask you anything.
I'll tell you again what our intent is, and this will be the 4th time I've made it very clear to you guys. I haven't made it clear to you yet, I don't think. I may have to go back and look at the video. But carrying a rifle in public is legal. Carrying a handgun is legal if you have a license. Maybe you don't know I have a license, but everybody else does. Now, the mere presence of a gun doesn't give you any right to demand a license from me. Okay. That's the law. And we're going to come out and tell you guys, look at the law and just start going by the law.
352.
You can come out and ask all you want. And if you're if you're respecting the law and doing what you're supposed to, we're going to be completely respectful to you and cordial. And we're going to oblige with your request. My intent is to come out here and engage in legal activity.
Yeah, I'm good.
Open carry and rifles. You don't want to hear that? Open carry and rifles and handguns. Until you learn to go by the law.
Excuse me, I don't want to